Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really cool video for you guys. Lately I've been seeing a lot of comments saying things like, who else is starting a YouTube channel during quarantine, things like that. And if you are starting a YouTube channel right now, good for you because this is a great time to start. You have so much time on your hands, you can really build your channel and get it started. So I figured I would try to help you guys out a little bit and just put all of my advice into one video. So if you guys don't know, I have a little like YouTube 101 series kind of. So I have like maybe 4 or 5 videos on just starting a YouTube channel. So I have one, it's actually my most popular video. It's called How to Start a Successful Channel in 2019 plus my first YouTube paycheck, something like that. That one is a really good one. That one probably has all of like the best information in it. It's a really good way to get started if you want to watch that video. I also have another one on editing. I actually have 2 on editing, one for iMovie and then one for Final Cut Pro. So whichever software you choose, I got you covered. I have a video on it. I also have a video on how I do my audio. So just how I get my music, how I download it, how I put it in the video, all that stuff. If you do watch that video, keep in mind that that was made a long time ago and most of these songs now are copyrighted. I'm sure you guys all remember the phase where Surface's music was extremely popular on YouTube. Like I feel like Hannah Maloche kind of started that. And then so many teenage girl YouTubers started using their songs and then they all got copyrighted. So we can't use those anymore. So if you watch my audio video, it's gonna be more for like information on how to download the songs rather than what songs to use, because most of the songs in that video are now copyrighted, sadly. And then I have another video on like, I think it's called 10 secrets that YouTubers don't tell you. So it's just all about the behind the scenes. So how much work goes into it. Like I talk about brand deals and stuff like that. I talk about my personal life, how I've dealt with like criticism and people at school, stuff like that. So I have that video, and then I have one more on how I plan my videos. So I actually use this notebook to plan my videos. And if you watched that video, you would know that I didn't have that much in this notebook yet. I had started it like literally a few days before I filmed that. So there were probably like 2-3 pages filled. But I told you guys I was gonna keep up with it, and I have. Just a little update. I have a bunch of pages filled just with like YouTube plans, and there's actually 3 pages for this video. And I'm already thinking of more things that I want to talk about. So we'll see how this goes. Let's just hope this isn't like an hour-long video. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible, but still as much information as possible. Did that even make sense? If you want to watch any of those videos that I talked about, I will have them all in the description. I also have a playlist with all of them on it. I definitely recommend watching those if you want to start a YouTube channel. I promise they will help you guys so much. This intro is getting way too long, so I'm just gonna get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is equipment. So if you're just starting out, a phone is definitely fine at first. If you have a camera though, I would recommend that you use that. So the first camera that I actually used was the Canon G7X Mark II. I love this camera. I still use it for vlogging and stuff, but before, when I only had this camera, I used it for sit down videos and I used it for vlogs, so I would have been using it like right now, for example. This is such a great camera, but I eventually felt the need to upgrade to just a bigger, nicer camera that wasn't just like for vlogging and stuff. So I'm currently recording on the Canon 80D. I love this camera. I would highly recommend it to you guys, but I would definitely start out with a smaller camera. These are both kind of pricey. This one is in like the 600-700 range, and then I don't even know how much the 80D is. It's definitely gonna be over 1,000 though, so they are pricey. So like I said, start with a phone. Start with something that you're comfortable with until you kind of get the hang of it and you just feel like upgrading to something that's better quality, because when your equipment is really good quality, it definitely helps. It really makes a huge difference, but only invest when it's worth it. I've had my channel since the very beginning of 2019, and I bought this camera in January of 2020, so it was already a year into my channel and I had about 235,000 subscribers. So I made it a really long time with this camera. So like I said, start out with a beginner camera, only invest when necessary. As a YouTuber, you have to make those choices for yourself because everyone's situation is different. Also, fancy, expensive equipment does not always mean that it is better. By the way, if you guys see me looking at the ground, it's because I have my notebook right here just to kind of keep me on track. But I was talking to my friend about this last night and he said something that really stuck out to me. He said, don't chase the image of what you think a YouTuber is. So like I said, don't just buy all this stuff, do all these things just because you think it'll get you success. I just thought that was really important to remember, and that really ties in with all of this. Another thing that you might need is a ring light. That's only if it's really necessary though. I barely got a ring light like a month ago, if not less than that. You can get by with natural light, but if you don't have a lot of natural light in your room or wherever you're filming, it might be smart to invest in a ring light because lighting is so important. And then I also have a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I don't have have the one with the touch bar or anything. I didn't want to spend that much extra money for like a little touch bar that I'm probably not going to use very much. I love my laptop. The one I have is perfectly fine for what I need. And this kind of brings me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is editing. So editing is so important. I cannot stress this enough, guys. It's just a reflection of your channel. It shows how professional you are and how much effort you put into your videos. Like I mentioned earlier, I have 2 videos on editing, so one for iMovie and then one for Final Cut. I invested in Final Cut, let me think. My first video that I edited on Final Cut was, I think, my thrift flip video. So at least 8 months ago, I bought Final Cut. I was able to get away with iMovie for a really long time, but I mean, iMovie is just so limiting. I would honestly tell everyone to just buy Final Cut, but the thing is, it's $300. That is crazy expensive. I also know that there is a student bundle, so it comes with like a few other apps and it's like $200 something. So you can get it like that. That's what I did, and you didn't hear it from me, but there's definitely ways that you can download it illegally for free. I mean, it's up to you. Some questions I get sometimes about Final Cut is like, is it a one-time payment or do you have to like pay again in like a year or something like that, you know? The payment is just a one-time thing. You just pay the $200 or $300, whatever, and then you're done. There's also a 30-day free trial. So before you buy it, I would definitely recommend just trying it out, making sure you like it first. That's what I did, and it was really easy to learn. It took me probably like a week to get used to it, but after that, I realized how much better it is than iMovie. Another thing I want to talk about is consistency. This is another thing that is so important. If you're starting a YouTube channel right now, especially during quarantine, this is a time when people are watching YouTube a lot. They're sitting at home all day with nothing to do. So take advantage of that. Upload as much as you can. And no matter what, you should always be consistent, but there are definitely peak times for YouTube. So for example, summer. Summer was insane for me. I uploaded every single Wednesday and Sunday for a long time. I don't know exactly how long, but that was something that really helped me out. And summer is another time where people aren't really doing anything. They're just watching YouTube videos. Summer is also when back to school season is starting. People are doing back to school videos. Those are insanely popular. Summer is definitely the time where I just grew the most. I was growing very quickly, and that's the most that I had ever like been paid from YouTube. Christmas is also a good time. I didn't really take advantage of that this year. A lot of people do Vlogmas. I didn't because school was just so stressful. During the school year, it was really hard for me to stay consistent, which you guys probably know if you watch my channel. January, I feel like, is also a very bad time for YouTubers just because you're just kind of coming off that high, you know, like you just finished summer and like fall and Christmas and stuff. Those are all really good times for YouTube, and now it's January. A lot of YouTubers I feel like I've seen take breaks a lot more in January. So those are kind of like the peak times for YouTube. But always remember, don't just be spitting out videos. Quality over quantity is always going to be the most important thing. If you can get both, that's pretty cool. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to do really quality videos, but like all the time. So I upload every Wednesday and Sunday, but it gets really overwhelming sometimes. It also helps a lot to upload on the same days every week because the YouTube algorithm really favors consistency. If you're uploading a lot of videos, but just at like completely random times, not on a schedule or anything, YouTube probably won't recommend you to as many people. So just keep in mind that the YouTube algorithm really favors consistency. Another small thing is just finding your style. So just figure out what type of videos you want to make, whether that's beauty, lifestyle, gaming, comedy, fitness, whatever it may be. It's gonna take a while to figure out. I thought I knew my style when I first started my channel, but it changed so much just to fit my personality. Definitely changed for the better. But yeah, it's just gonna take a little bit of experience to really figure out what you like. Even if you go into it thinking you know exactly what you want to do, it'll still probably change once you actually are starting your channel. Next thing I want to talk about is thumbnails. I talked about this in my how to be successful video, I think, but I just want to say it again because it's important. You could have the most interesting, fun video with the most boring thumbnail and nobody will click on it. Or vice versa, you could have the most boring video but with a super interesting and just visually pleasing thumbnail and it'll get so many more views. One of your thumbnails is probably going to be the first thing that someone sees of you. Someone's probably going to be scrolling through their recommended and see a thumbnail that just looks nice and it looks aesthetically pleasing and it's accurate to what the video is. It looks professional, it's well done. They're going to click on that video, you know? You just have to think about that. What do you want someone to think of you when they see your thumbnail? Do you want them to think, oh, this person's probably lazy, their editing probably isn't too good based off of how this thumbnail is? Or would you rather have them think, oh, this person spent a lot of time on their thumbnail, they probably put a lot of effort into it, so that probably means the video is gonna be good. You really have to think about that. Another really important thing, your thumbnail should be an accurate representation of what your video is. You might think that clickbait will get you a lot of views, but it can actually hurt your channel. When you are clickbaited, you'll watch that video until you figure out if the title or thumbnail is like true or not. You'll only watch it until you kind of find like the tea, you know what I mean? And then you'll click out of the video. That person's watch time will then go down so much, and watch time is very important. And it makes a huge difference whether people watch your video for a minute or if they watch it all the way through. YouTube pays attention to watch time. That's even one of the requirements to get monetized. You have to have like 4,000 watch hours. So that's 4,000 hours of people watching your videos. That's a lot. My point is, clickbait can hurt your channel because your watch time will go down and then YouTube stops recommending you to people. You may get a lot of clicks, but you're not gonna grow. Another thing to pay attention to is your channel banner. It's very similar to thumbnails because when people click on your channel, they see your channel banner and your profile picture. So if they look nice and professional and well done, again, that is a reflection of your videos. I don't know how to explain it really. You guys might think that that stuff is not super noticeable, but just trust me, if that quality wasn't there, you would definitely notice. And the last thing I want to say is have fun and be yourself. It's so cheesy, but it's very true. If there was a less cheesy way to say it, that's how I would have said it, but you know. Don't try to be someone you're not for YouTube. Don't copy anyone else. Don't try to be these bigger YouTubers. Like I said, I was talking about all this stuff with my friend last night, and he made a really good point. He was saying how before David Dobrik, there was no David Dobrik. David Dobrik wasn't trying to like copy anyone else, you know? He wasn't trying to be someone that he's not. He made a name for himself. Now people want to be like him. Same goes for Emma Chamberlain. There was no Emma Chamberlain before Emma Chamberlain. Of course YouTubers can have like inspiration and stuff from other people, but you just have to make a name for yourself. You have to be your own person. Just have fun with it. Enjoy it as much as you can. Don't be too hard on yourself. Take breaks when you need to because your mental health is always more important, and your subscribers, I promise you, will understand. That's how it is with you guys. For those of you that are subscribed to me, thank you, first of all. But you guys are so nice. Like, if I ever need to just take a break one day, you guys are always so sweet about it and just understanding. So just make sure to take breaks when you need it. I have to remind myself of that all the time. It's also really easy to get caught up in the numbers. So just try to, again, just relax, have fun with it. Just remember that you're starting this for fun or because you have a passion for YouTube, not for fame or money. If you're starting a YouTube channel for fame or money, you are doing it for the wrong reason. It's kind of ironic because the people that do usually start YouTube channels for fame or money don't end up getting it. But the people that start it because they have a genuine passion for it, down the road, they usually end up getting a lot of success, usually a paycheck. Hard work just pays off. It's all just for your own enjoyment and happiness, so don't let it consume you, don't let it change you. So that is just about everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try my best to answer them. If you want to watch any of my other videos on this topic, I have a ton. I'll have them all linked down below. There's a bunch of them. I really hope this was helpful for you guys. If you guys want to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, that would really help me out. If you stayed up until this point in the video, comment a red heart. I think that's all, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.